everyone, my name is Charlie. Today I'm going to talk about the country named Dominican Republic. I will introduce the country in terms of history, political environment, economic situation, foreign relations, infrastructure, and etc. And I will examine the feasibility of investment for Wuxi Huadong Coca Food Limited Corporation. The Dominican Republic occupies the eastern two-thirds of the island Hispaniola, bordering Haiti in the west. The total area is 48,670 square kilometers. The climate in there is mainly tropical marine climate and with little seasonal temperature variation and seasonal rainfall variation. The total population is around 10 million. The domain religion is Roman Catholic. Agro-ecosystem, forest, and mineral deposits are known as three major natural resources in the country. In general, transportation system there is not well developed. Only the bus system is impressive. Other transportation infrastructures are insufficient. Three branches control the political power of the country. They are executive branch, legislative branch, and judicial branch. They all function independently. As a multi-party nation, it hosts elections for president and Congress every 4 years. The GDP has been increasing since 2004, but the growth rate is unstable, which is not a favorable business environment for development. And the inflation rate is unstable as well. On the other hand, the Dominican Republic has been doing a good job at attracting foreign direct investment. Both import and export are very important to the country and contribute a lot to the growth of GDP. The country has great trade relations with a lot of other countries and joined a lot of trade associations. The most important trade relation is with the United States, in terms of both imports and exports. Conacado is the leading company of the coca industry in the Dominican Republic. It's famous for its large quantity of coca exports, high-quality organic coca products, and its fair trade labor. The monetary and financial system in the Dominican Republic is administered by the Monetary Board, the Central Bank, and the Banking Superintendency. The main function of them are regulating and supervising the system in accordance with the corresponding law and regulations. The infrastructure is an essential element for doing business. The legal infrastructure in the Dominican Republic is not efficient. Corruption problem is very serious and impeding the economic development. Electricity and water shortage are two most severe problems. Transportation is still underdeveloping. However, the telecommunications and internet services are pretty good in the country. School enrollment is relatively high, but illiteracy problem still exists. In general, the country's economic freedom is relatively high compared to other countries, at least higher than the average. However, the Dominican Republic only reaches the median level on Human Development Index, and the competitiveness index shows that there is still a long way to go to compete with other developed countries in the world. Affected by Spanish culture, people in Dominican Republic are respectful, friendly, helpful, and open to the world, and they all have a great national sense of pride because of their Spanish-speaking heritage. Besides, family is always the most important thing to any Dominicans. We have to pay attention to some etiquettes and protocols if we want to do business in the Dominican Republic. For example, relations or networking is often more important than any other things. Always be respectful and honest when doing business. Prepare everything in two versions, Spanish and English. As a medium-sized company, we are glad to see that the general tax rate has been stable in recent years, and it is lower than the average in Latin America and the Caribbean area. When I analyzed the competitive advantages of the Dominican Republic, I found that low labor cost and abundant natural resources have been two important factor advantages for the Dominican Republic. whereas the poor infrastructure is considered as a main weakness, and there is an increasing demand for cocoa around the world, which can also be considered as an advantage. The main related and supporting industry is cocoa farming. Since most of the suppliers in the country have great relations with some farmers, it is also an advantage. Recognizing the necessity for expansion and the pressure of social trend, some companies started to do community economic development and join the fair trade market, and it has been proved to be a successful strategy. The Dominican Republic also has a great relation with Canada. They cooperate in a lot of fields. In order to enhance the trade relation between each other, both of these two countries are working on a free trade agreement negotiation, which is expected to be achieved within a few years. As a Chinese company, we consider the growing chocolate market in China as one of the great opportunities for our company, and cooperating with the Fair Trade Corporation or even joining the Fair Trade market can also help us to build a good brand image to deal with the social trend around the world. We also face a lot of challenges if we want to do business in the Dominican Republic. As a newcomer, we do not have the networking or social relations with anyone or any companies. We will face intensive competition if we want to have our own supply chain. It is very difficult to enter the fair trade market without any experience, and besides, we might face a great local resistance when we try to do business in the country. So I have a few recommendations for our company. First, try to establish our own network when we still cooperate with Conecado within the first 3 years, I guess. Then invest more money to do R&D and try to enter the fair trade market within 5 years. Third, seek help both from internal and external. Last, do our best to form a great relationship with local communities to gain support. So in general, even there are a lot of challenges and risks, but it is still a good option for our company to do business in the Dominican Republic. Thank you.